Good evening, everyone. Tonight, our metropolitan area and the whole world mourns the death of 43-year-old movie actress Natalie Wood. Miss Wood won the hearts and minds of fans of the silver screen everywhere.
All right, so where are we?
We are at Two Harbors, Catalina Island. This is near the area where Natalie Wood drowned. While we were exploring the island, we would come across things that had been referenced in the story before, which gave us almost an eerie feeling to encounter these things. For example, when you read about the search for Natalie that night, it's often mentioned that it's a very cavernous area, so there was some speculation that she may have possibly have washed up in one of these caves and be stuck. And as we were walking and we came across some of these caves, it was just very eerie to see this stuff face to face. To really make the connection that this was what was being referenced in a lot of the accounts that we had read of the search that night. The experience of being on Catalina Island was very surreal. After having read about this so often, seeing it in documentaries, hearing about these spots and kind of visualizing an idea of what they look like based off the descriptions, it was hypnotic to be there. Stepping in Doug's Harbor Reef was almost like stepping back in time. I imagine that it still looks today very much like it did in 1981. We did have lunch at Doug's Harbor Reef, now called Harbor Reef, and it was excellent. Incidentally, Doug of Doug's Harbor Reef fame is the person who actually found Natalie's body. We also were able to see the bar, step inside the restaurant, get a look at its interior. The person who was there that day showed us the captain's table, which they speculated was most likely where their party would have sat that night. This was the spot that was often reserved for celebrities and famous people who were coming in to dine. We don't know for sure that that's where they sat, but being that this was kind of the reserved spot for celebrities, and they were well-known celebrities on the island, it's very likely that they did. So it was very interesting to see that spot face to face. Taking the ferry ride to Catalina almost felt like being on hallowed ground to us. It's very somber and quieting going past Blue Cavern Point and recognizing that this was the area where Natalie was found. We had read about this so many times, we'd seen it in so many documentaries, but being at the actual spot was very sobering. The island itself had that same feel and quality to us. It's a very small area. It was very easy for us to sort of cover all the ground and go to all the spots. We spent a lot of time just kind of sitting and reflecting and drinking in the atmosphere. These spots that we had read about so many times, Doug's Harbor Reef, very interesting to go in there, be in there, see them in person. It has a very ethereal quality, but there was something a little bit haunting about it.